especially when there's a dearth on. In other words, there's not an abundant amount of flowers for the bees to work, especially during that time. When you put a feeder bottle in the entrance to feed some packaged bees, step away from the hive, turn the bottle upside down like you're going to put it in the hive, because initially there will be some dripping come out. So step away from the hive, turn the bottle upside down, then bring it over and put it in the front feeder. If you don't, there'll be some sugar syrup maybe drip out on the ground, and that will attract ants, and during robbing season it will promote robbing, and you do not want to get that started. I'm Tim Durham with Durham's Bee Farm in Walls, Mississippi, and just for the fun of it, I went on the internet and typed in mistakes that beekeepers make, and I wrote them down, and I'm going to comment on each one of them. Number one, opening the hive too often. They say it causes supersedure and absconding. You know, what is too often? Once a week, you know, is okay. You know, if a person goes into a hive every 3 or 4 days, you just got to go in there. When I first got my bees, I couldn't wait till I had 7 hives so I could go into 1 hive per day. I was obsessed with it, and that's not good. So, but enjoy your bees. Number 2, not feeding enough to install packages. Now the same would go with a swarm. You do need to initially get them started, and they'll build your comb faster, better. So you do need to feed your bees. Feeding honey to packaged bees, they say, is a mistake. I don't know what they mean by that. If you have a package of bees, you wouldn't want to put honey on the screen. And I had a young lady call me a couple of days ago, and she had a package come in, and the hive hadn't made it yet, and she wanted me to know what could she do. So that would be a long story. Number 4, skipping protective clothing. All new beekeepers, please protect yourself. Veil, gloves, everything. If you're highly sensitive, and you may not know if you are or not. Now, highly sensitive, that doesn't mean you get stung and you swell up. Highly sensitive means that that you can go into anaphylactic shock, and it can kill you. So do suit up, and years down the road, then you determine, you know, what you should do as far as protective clothing. Number 5, not taking mites seriously, and that probably is a valid mistake. That's a mistake that beekeepers make. You know, out of sight, out of mind. And so, and they didn't mention hive beetles, but you need to go into your hive, and now you can see the hive beetles, so you need to take hive beetles and the mites seriously. Number 6, fretting over swarming. Beekeepers worrying about their bees swarming. That's how bees multiply. They swarm. People have babies, bees swarm. That's nature. Now, a beekeeper, you should go into your hive, and if you find swarming cells, then there's course of actions you can take. You can split the hive up into 2, 3, 4 hives, and after they all those queens have emerged and they've mated, then you can put the hive back together. That's one course of action. The other course of action would be cut the queen cells out. If you do that, chances are you'll miss one queen cell. You would have to shake the bees off of every frame. Some of those queen cells are very hard to spot. And let's say that you're successful in cutting out every queen cell. Then exactly 10 days, every 10 days, you have to do that again. And you probably won't do that. So, number 7, trying to harvest honey the first year. You're not going to harvest any honey the first year. This is a 1 brood chamber hive. When they fill this about 80% full, then I will put the second deep brood body on this one. And if they fill it up by the end of this year, that'll be good. Next year, the next year, you'll make some honey, but depending on different factors now. But the second year, you'll make even more honey. So, number 8, starting with only 1 hive. And I think they're correct there. That's a mistake. A person getting into bees, it's good to start with 2 hives. You can, it's just like children in a family. You see families that have 3 and 4 children, and they're all different. Well, queens are no different. They're going to be different. If you've got 2 hives, you can compare them. If one queen is kind of slacking, she's not really a good queen, you can take cat brood out of the other hive and put in there and pick them up. So it's good to start with 2 hives. Now, they just listed those 8 points, and I added some to it. I added a bad queen, or just an average queen, or poor queen. If you don't have a good queen, you don't have anything. And like I say, queens are different. A hive, you can have a hive for 2 or 3 years, or 1 year, whatever, and all of a sudden they get mean on you, and that can happen. And in that case, if I've got a bee yard and we'll say I've got 25, 30 hives in it, and I'm going from one hive to the next one, going through the hives, inspecting them, and I come across a hive that I'm thinking, wow, these bees are a little aggressive, they're a little mean, they didn't used to be this way. Then I'll put a brick on it. Then next time I go through that yard, if that hive is aggressive or mean again, because I got a brick on there, I know, then I'll replace that mama. And gloves, I wear these. I meant to bring a pair that they're skin gloves. They fit your skin. They're cloth on top, but they fit the contours of your fingers. And I wear them because if I don't, I'll get propolis all over my fingers. Then I'll get it in my truck and get it everywhere. Now, we're coming upon the real busy season. So if I don't answer your questions or comments, I try to answer all of them. If I don't answer them the next 2 weeks, just hang tight. When the big rush gets over, the big push gets over, then I will get caught up on the questions and answers. I try to answer them all. I'm not the best on navigating on YouTube. I'm getting better. I'm old, and YouTube is new to me, so to speak. Another thing, when you smoke your bees, you smoke the entrance, you smoke the top, underneath the top. That's probably a mistake that beekeepers make. Wait about a minute. After you smoke them, wait about a minute. And that a minute will seem like a long time. And you'll find that the bees will be better. If you stay out of your hive, you won't learn anything. If you go into your hive, take the frames out, look at it, you think, Well, I don't know what I'm looking for. Well, you probably don't. But you will learn little by little. You'll start picking up on stuff, what drones look like. You may find the queen, get to look at her. So when you go into your hive, you'll learn. So I hope this has helped. If I have made every mistake that a beekeeper can make. So one other thing I thought about. Let's say that you order 8 or 12 packages of bees and you're going to put them all in. You got 8 hives and you're going to put these packages in. Do have these 8 hives scattered. Do not have them close together. Have them scattered, facing different directions. If you have all 8 of those hives reasonably close together and you put those packages in, the next day you will probably wake up and find that all of those bees in all 8 of those hives are going to be in one hive. But because they're not orientated to their hive, and they're going to gravitate to where the action is. So when you install 2 packages of bees, don't have them right next to each other. Have them apart, facing different directions. Say 15 feet apart. And then after they've settled down, then the one hive that is, you want to move it back close to the next one, then after they've settled down and they've orientated themselves to that hive, then you can move that hive like 3 feet a day and they will follow it. And you can move it 3 feet per day until you get it where you want it. So happy beekeeping, enjoy your bees. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.